National File months ago, actually over a year ago at this point, informed Marjorie Taylor Greene of exactly what the Chinese Communist Party and the Humpty Dumpty Institute were doing with members of Congress, and her office has sat on that information for over a year. So there is no real serious effort from anyone. You know, the folks who like to get on TV and talk about how serious they are, there is no serious effort from anyone to push back on these influence operations and on these congressional delegations where hideous things are happening. And yes, they are being compromised. And that's really the reason behind a lot of this is they financially compromise you by bankrolling you, by funding your political career. And then they compromise you on even a worse level when they take you overseas and this, that, and the third happen. You know, whether there's always been stories of people being drugged and photographed with nude children. But, you know, let's be honest here. There's a lot worse going on, because when you look at who was going to Jeffrey Epstein's island, just the people that we know of, it reads like a roll call in Washington, D.C. And these are the same people that his brother is flying around the world to visit orphanages in Ukraine and Sri Lanka, in places like this where the children are extremely vulnerable. So these pedophile sex operations, they are meant to compromise members of the United States government and of governments from all over the world. And it's really emanating back from the CCP and from their ties to the deep state, that you could call it the U.S. deep state, but it's really a global deep state. You know, they are entrenched in the United States. They're entrenched in England. They're entrenched in Israel. They're entrenched in China. Any country that's a major player has elements of this in it. You know, and that's really the big problem here, is they've become such a force.